hello to each and everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever the case may be. I do hope all of you are staying safe, are staying healthy. Let's spread love, let's spread positivity, let's say no to hate, most especially. And, let's just stay away from all the negativities, really, because at this time, at this age and time, like really, whichever part you are in this world, there's always this chaos, there's always this war, there's always this conflicts, there's always something that's negative that's happening, and I don't understand why. I don't understand why some people have to resort to that, and it's just, it's just unfortunate, really, to be seeing such scenarios, and, let's just do our part. Let's just do our part in making this world a better place. Let's try to spread love. Let's try to spread positivity. Let's try to be more kind towards each other, be more understanding, be more concerned, really. And hopefully, who knows, guys, we might just be able to make this world really a better place. Yes? Alright, so guys, we are going to do Life in the Coldest Place on Earth, a record-breaking cold. Yakutsk, Yakutia. This is uploaded via Matt and Julia's official account, so I'll be linking everything on the description box below, including the link of this particular video and, of course, Matt and Julia's official YouTube account. So shout out to them. I do hope they don't mind us reacting to this one. So yes, guys, for all of you who doesn't know, I, for one, doesn't live we don't experience, like, anything cold. Like, nah, we only have two seasons here. It's sunny, it's always summer here, and it rains once in a while. So basically, that's it. Rainy and sunny. So when I see something like this, I get so curious. I get so, excited, really. Although I have gone to countries which there's snow and stuff, I think the coldest I've gone to is at -5 degrees, I guess. And that was like really cold for me already. And the wind also was like gushing so strong, and I felt like I cannot survive a single day here. Maybe because I come from like a very hot country. So yeah. And guys, I do enjoy the snow though. I do love, feeling the coldness and stuff. And I don't know, I'm torn between like, living in a cold country or in a hot one. I don't know. But hey, let's see how people do live in such an extreme like temperature like this one. So wow, 80 degrees, man. I don't know if one can like stand this type of temperature. I don't know if it's even possible. So yes, let's both find out together, and yeah, let's play this. 1, 2, 3.
Have you ever imagined what the toughest, most extreme climate on planet Earth looks like? Well, there's a certain region of northeastern Russia where conditions for human habitation truly couldn't be any more difficult. The region of Yakutia is widely known as one of the coldest, most brutal regions on planet Earth, where midwinter temperatures regularly fall below -60 degrees Celsius, visibility is often less than 5 meters, and the sun is completely blocked by an impenetrable layer of fog lasting months on end. You would think, with conditions like this, there's no way a society could function and so-called normal life could operate. But there are actually a group of people that have called this region home for generations and have not only survived, but thrived. But how is day-to-day life in the so-called pole of cold different to ours? What do these hardy people need to do just to get through the day during the cold, dark, eerie winter months? Well, let's head to Yakutsk and find out. Oh, and by the way, by pure luck, we managed to be there on the coldest day, not just of the year, but of the last 2 decades.
Температура сколько? На телефоне 55 показывает. Здесь еще холоднее.
So Yakutsk is widely known as the coldest city on Earth, and with a population of 300,000, it's also the largest city to be built on continuous permafrost. The lowest ever recorded temperature here in Yakutsk was -71 degrees Celsius, and we're here in the middle of January, and the current temperature is just below -50. What's just absolutely mind-blowing about this city is that despite temperatures being below -50, despite it being incredibly, incredibly cold, life just seems to go on. By the way, about those people, let's meet a few of them. This is Arsenti, and this is Nikolai, both members of the Walrus Club, a group of guys that ice bath every day, even in temperatures like this. But we'll see more of that later. And this is Maria, Yakutia's first sommelier. Yep, you heard that right. Wine from Yakutia. And this is her husband, Maxim, with whom we headed out on an adventure to a remote Yakutian village. These are just a few of the many locals we met here in Yakutsk. But before we hear more about these lovely people and their lives, let's head back out onto the streets.
We've been out for about 20 minutes, and to be honest, I'm pretty warm myself because we've got very many layers. But I'm starting to feel how my face is starting to burn because of the cold around these areas. On that note, we've heard that in temperatures like this, it's very dangerous to kiss each other, and if your skin comes into contact with metal, that's it, you're stuck to it.
Living here in Yakutsk pushes the limits of human nature. And even some of the most basic daily tasks require precautions and forethought. For example, turning off your car.
А вы не включаете, нет?
Нет, нельзя, она замерзнет.
Это весной только заводят.
Turning your car off in these temperatures can cause the engine oil to freeze, resulting in your car being stuck until spring. To avoid this, people either leave their cars running or rent expensive heated garages. However, people are resourceful up here.
And by the way, for people that can't afford their own heated garages, they have these covers for their cars. Apparently they're called Natasha. She's quite a cool name. My mom's called Natasha.
Это место гаража.
Место гаража, да?
Одеяло, как бы, что-то это. Ворот не пропускал. Ну, стоит от 8 тысяч.
От 8 тысяч.
Она автоматом,
Прогревается.
когда вот 60 градусов падает, она автоматически заводится сама.
Короче, тепло держит.
80 градусов постоянно держится она.
Да? Понятно. Driving in the city in the famous Yakutsk fog is an experience in itself. With visibility often under 5 meters, you can't take your eyes off the road for a second. And to stop the windows freezing up whilst you drive, the cars here need to be retrofitted. But we'll let Maria explain that.
Заметили, что у нас двойное стекло. Все, кто зимой эксплуатирует машины, все утепляют.
Понятно.
То есть там под капотом там лежит одеяло на двигателе, а решетка вот, вентилятора тоже как решетка вентилятора тоже.
How you feeling?
I'm alright, just can't feel my toes now.
Can't feel your toes. Let's get inside, quick. This is absolutely brutal. My nose hairs are frozen, my beard's frozen. I feel like my bones inside my body are frozen.
In these kind of temperatures, your electronic devices are really struggling. Our phone is starting to go and the camera is playing out, but it's pretty much dead already.
Filming in these temperatures is extremely difficult, and at one point I had my glove off for filming for slightly too long and lost all of the feeling in one of my fingers. So, whilst we head to a coffee shop to warm up, let's show you where we're heading with Maria.
Так, мы приехали. Пойдемте. А мы сейчас зайдем куда-то.
So we've come to the Museum of the Permafrost, and we're going to go and have a look underground at the permafrost itself here in Yakutsk.
Приезжает сюда, всегда зажигается все. Раньше там было. Очень много же людей приезжает.
What the most incredible thing is about this place, when you're walking through it, is you realise that on this permafrost that we're looking at now, an entire city is built. The entirety of Yakutsk is on the permafrost and is built on exactly what we're looking at here. It's just incredible. And because of this, the city can actually be prone to ice shifts. And one big problem that they had to overcome was the heat that emanates from the buildings not melting the ice. So to counteract that, all of the buildings here in Yakutsk are actually built on these stilts, which creates a gap between the warm homes above and the permafrost below.
And obviously those stilts can only hold that much weight. That's why you won't find a building above 16 floors in Yakutsk. And that also means that all the pipework across the city is actually above ground. I think it's one of the most beautiful cities I've ever seen in the world. And it's not because of the architecture. The nature made it so gorgeous. Like, these trees, honestly, I just can't get enough of. They're so gorgeous. I can just stare at them forever. Probably outside the window. Not standing outside watching them forever. You've noticed that everywhere in Yakutsk, where it's leading up to the entrances, they've got carpets laid over because it's so slippery. I haven't seen it anywhere else in the world. I wanted to do this for so long. There are two official languages in the Republic of Sakha, Russian and Yakut. Yakut language is a Turkic language, and you know that we're both very passionate about languages, and we always try and learn at least a few phrases in every country we go to, which gives me the chance to introduce you to the sponsors of today's video, Busu.
Previously, every time we travelled to a Russian-speaking country after a long gap of time, I could feel how my speaking level especially had dropped lessons, so
In some crazy stroke of luck, this day, the day we chose to film, turned out to be the coldest day in the last 2 decades. You would think though, in these temperatures, nobody would go outside. But this couldn't be further from the truth. People here are inspirational, to be honest. No matter what Mother Nature throws at them, the resilience of the Yakuts shines through. Women stand outside at the market all day selling their wares. Delivery guys still work, kids go to school, and some even go ice bathing on the frozen river Lena. This is Arsenti and Nikolai, two members of the Walrus Swimmers group. Despite the temperatures, this group of incredible people turn up here almost every day to dive into this icy water.
Показывать, видишь?
Вообще не видно. Я говорю, зашкаливаю. Да. Снимайте.
Внимание делаю для того, чтобы разогнать кровь. Потом уже как бы холод уже легче переносит.
Температура сколько? На телефоне 55 показывает. Здесь еще холоднее. 58, наверное, есть.
Wow. And he goes underwater.
He's got like 4 layers on at least. Things are coming up, oh my god.
Ощущения всегда прекрасные, бодрые. Одеваться вроде самое сложное.
Самое сложное, да?
Да.
А почему? Потому что уже...
Потому что ты мокрый.
Да.
Сейчас за это. Вроде и вытереть, обсохнуть надо, не получается достаточно, да?
Я пока ничем не обтирался еще.
Еще не
Ну, ноги обтираю, чтобы, главное, пальцы ног, в первую очередь, их надо спасать.
У нас как-то девушка приходила в Москвы купаться минус 50 или минус 40, что ли. Она без тапочек хотела побежать.
Опа.
Да, она бы сразу прилипла бы.
Inspiring, isn't it?
Incredibly inspiring.
One of the guys said that he started doing it this in August because he got fed up of getting ill constantly. So to boost his immune system up, he decided to start doing this.
At this point, you may be thinking that Yakutsk is just one big ice city all year round. But actually, that's not always the case.
Летом у нас жарко. Где-то до 40 градусов тепла, до холодильника.
And despite the very cold snap that we're experiencing at the moment, on average, winters here are getting warmer. Climate change is having an effect on Russia's far north faster than most places on Earth, and that poses a massive threat to the very permafrost the city is built on. Last summer, the above-average mercury culminated in tragic circumstances.
Год назад лето у нас было ужасно жарким, у нас было очень много пожаров. По-моему, 11 миллионов гектаров сгорело, что ли. И зима была необычайно теплая в то время. Так что, мне кажется, изменение климата есть.
The warming climate is a problem for all of humanity, and one that's having a particular effect on Yakutia right now. Even if today, walking around the city at minus 60, it seems a long way off.
As passes through, it's easy to be shocked at temperatures like this. I mean, in Britain, the country completely shuts down after an inch of snow. But for people here, this is just everyday life, and the locals love their city and its climate. And for us, the main takeaway from this trip, funny enough, won't be the freezing cold, but the intense warmth of the Yakut people.
By the way, this is the first of a mini-series up here in the world's coldest region. This video in many ways left us with more questions than answers about the Yakut people, their way of life, what they eat up here, and what life's like in the villages. And in the next videos, we're going to endeavour to answer all of these questions and share more of this magical region.
But for now, thanks so much for watching, and see you in the next one. Mwah.
Golly. Oh my golly. Wow. This is such a great video, really, especially, with people like me who really have no idea as to how people function, how people do their daily living in such a very extreme, temperature. And wow, I'm just so fascinated. There's a lot of things that I'm curious about though. One is that how do you make that water continuously flowing, continuously I don't know. Do you have a special sort of pipes, or is there a heater in every pipe or something? And how's the cost of living? 'Cause I know when it comes to heater and all of that, it's going to rise, everything is going to be a lot pricier. And, the establishments, how they basically do run, their business, and how do people really I don't know. I just do really want to see how one person who's a local there, how they truly go on with their daily routine, and how everything works, per se. And, yes, and what else I'm curious about? The population, how big is this? How many people are living here? And the animals as well. All those stuff. I'm curious about that as well. And what's their main source of food? I mean, do they get to have I do feel that they can still do fish, right? I'm so naive. I am in here totally no idea really of how things are going to be livable So yes, that's one. And another one is that, guys, if you were to choose, okay, if you were to choose, would you rather live in a cold country or in a hot country? I'd love to hear your opinions on that. And yeah, guys, if you want me to like react to anything similar to this one or anything in general, please do write it down on the comment section below. If you have the link, so much the better, because sometimes there's a lot of like similar titles, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. And oh my gosh, shout out once again to Matt and Julia for this wonderful video. This is really well done, really well put together, very informative and very like eye-opening as well, because I never would have thought that such temperature is even, livable to begin with. And I was curious as to those guys who were like swimming in like the cold. That was to boost their immune system. How clever is that? But I just do fear that they might, get sick and stuff. But I do hope that, they're okay. They seem to be fine. But yeah, that was just so cold. Oh my gosh. Imagine being wet and like with nothing on, and then, I don't know if I can stand it. But yeah, guys, this is something so very educational, right? This is something so very, I don't know. It's nice to know that this part of the world exists and this part of the world is going through life this way. You know what I'm saying? It's so nice to be able to get a glimpse of how other people live their lives. I don't know. I love videos like this, guys. Please tell me anything you want me to react to once again, and please do subscribe to Matt and Julia. I'll be linking their official account as well as the link of this video. I urge you to watch this video on their YouTube account. So with that, guys, you be safe, you stay healthy, and until then, you guys take care, alright? Bye.